Welcome to Manna at the Tap, a podcast from Tapestry Ministries. Each episode reflects on a daily Bible reading from the Revised Common Lectionary. I'm Gloria, a fellow traveler on a spiritual journey with the Tapestry community, and we refer to the daily Bible reading as our spiritual manna. It nourishes our souls, fostering spiritual growth as we share insights and interpretations that enrich our spiritual lives. Today is Monday, November the 3rd, 2025, in the 21st week after Pentecost during this season of ordinary time. This is a time for us to live an extraordinary disciplined life as we grow spiritually. The lectionary reading is from the Old Testament book of Psalms, which is a collection of hymns, prayers, and poetry that teaches God's people how to worship Him and how to express a wide range of human emotions and experiences, from joy and exuberance to tears and sorrow. The lectionary reading is Psalm 50, which is part of a collection of poems attributed to Asaph, a prominent musician appointed by King David to lead worship music and choirs in Jerusalem. Psalm 50 emphasizes the theme of God the judge of the righteous and the wicked. The Lord God Almighty is the judge, and He calls out to all the earth to gather and listen to what He has to say. He's not silent as He approaches, and as He makes His entrance, He bursts into view like a fireworks display. He has called heaven and earth as His witnesses. He invites the defendants to gather, those who are faithful to Him and those who have entered into a covenant with Him through sacrifice. Now that the courtroom is filled with the defendants and the witnesses, it falls silent, a Selah moment of quiet pause as they await the entry of God, the judge. God enters and begins to speak, urging His people to listen. He questions their worship practices. Now, He's not opposed to sacrifices and burnt offerings, but the people present their offerings as if they are gifts to God from themselves, as if they are fulfilling some need of God. God says they are claiming ownership of what already belongs to Him, and He's not willing to accept their sacrifices. The cattle on 1,000 hills belong to Him. Every bird on the mountain and all creatures in the fields are His. He condemns their attitude because it conflicts with Israel's faith and covenant commitments. Instead, God's people should view their offerings as acts of thanksgiving for all that God has done and provided. Only sacrifices of thankfulness are acceptable to God. What God's people need to do is to call out to Him during times of trouble. When they do, He will answer and rescue them. Then they can offer a sacrifice of thanksgiving, honoring God.